have been reviewing the foreclosure process in South Carolina. Stay tuned if you want to see how bad the judge is screwing you guys over in South Carolina. I will show you what you need to be doing about this. All of this is coming up. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Guy Neighbors with Advocates for Justice Foreclosure Defense Paralegal Service. You don't want to miss this video if you've been evicted or about to be evicted in South Carolina. I'm going to break down their Rico scheme and show you what you need to do to get yourself back in your house. I picked this up in Chandler, Arizona from the Chamber of Commerce Business Center for my excellence in foreclosure defense out there. I'm pretty proud of it. Not very many people have one of those. If today is your first day and you want to learn strategies and tips on how to get control of your foreclosure, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss out on anything. So let's just jump right into it. I've been working on the demand to vacate foreclosure judgment for a client in South Carolina. I actually was asked to take a look into this by somebody posting on my YouTube channel. By the way, I'm always asking you guys to leave me suggestions in the comment section down below on what you'd like to see me cover, because I want to make sure I'm covering the things that you guys find important, so you will get value out of my channel. And that's what we're doing today. Today, we're just going to do a quick overview and tell you about what's going on and what we're doing about it. So in South Carolina, they have what's called the Master of Equity Judge that handles these foreclosures. And it's a little bit confusing how they do it. And it appears, and I still have a little work to do, it appears the Master of Equity Judge also is in charge of selling the property after they steal it from you, which is just like really blew my mind, because how can someone that's involved in taking it also be selling it? It just don't add up. So I've done some investigating, and I'm going to let you guys know what I came up with. So the Master of Equity Judge is just another name for the Magistrate Judge. And well, actually, the Master of Equity Judge is another name for the assistant to the Magistrate Judge, so to speak. If you look at the website, you'll see that the Magistrate Judge is listed here and the Master of Equity is underneath the Magistrate Judge. Here's the problem. Starting out, the Master Judge is lesser judge, and the Magistrate Judge is also a lesser judge and does not have jurisdiction without consent from all the parties. A lot of people miss this because they just are not aware. And if you think maybe that I'm wrong, what you should do is just Google Magistrate Judge consent form and then put your state in there and Google that. And it should pull up the consent form on the court's website. And you can print that form off and you can see that what I'm saying is absolutely right. So the Magistrate Judge needs to have a consent from all parties to have jurisdiction. And the Master of Equity Judge is underneath the Magistrate Judge, and they don't have very much information about Master of Equity Judge, other than it's from the district court, and the district court assigns the foreclosure over to this lower judge. That's about all they have in there. But they do have a statute. The Master of Equity Judge is below the Magistrate Judge. And according to the statute, the Magistrate Judge in South Carolina is not supposed to be doing a lot of stuff that they're getting away with. And when I read that, I was like, holy cow, look at all these things that they're doing and they're supposed to be getting away with it. Like, for instance, in South Carolina, the South Carolina statute 28 U.S.C. section 636 is the section that controls the jurisdiction, powers, and temporary assignments of the judges. And it says in there that a judge may designate a magistrate judge to hear and determine any pretrial matters pending before the court, except a motion for injunctive relief or a judgment on the pleadings. Except for summary judgment, the magistrate judge can't hear a summary judgment motion. The magistrate judge cannot dismiss or failure to state a claim, relief, And I said, wait a minute, the magistrate judge is doing all those things. How can that be when it says right here in the statute that the magistrate judge is not allowed to do those things? And this is interesting. It also says the judge of any court may reconsider any pretrial matter under paragraph A, where it has been shown the magistrate judge's order is clearly erroneous or contrary to law. So they have a section right in there, if you find it, that you can use to move the court to reconsider the magistrate judge's decision. In this case, it'd be the master of equity judge. And the funny thing is that in the statute, there's no mention of the master of equity judge. It's almost like they just came up with it out of nowhere. It's really strange. And one of the things that I'm reading about is that the master of equity judge is also the person who sells the property in the end. I still got a little work to do on that, but that's what it appears. Now, that just can't be true. Don't seem like that's right. I think the names were changed to allow the master of equity judge to sell the property after the death. That's what I think, and that's what it appears. It appears is going on. This is weird too. Also, sometimes the court uses a referee. That's what they call it, a referee to do the theft, to do the stealing of your property. And I was like, what the hell is a referee? So I looked it up, and a referee is just an attorney that's been appointed to help do the dirty work. And okay, so I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute now, you're going into court, you're thinking you're going before a judge, and you're going before an attorney that's been appointed. Something's wrong with that process. So anyway, I'm working on a demand to vacate because the master of equity judge did not have jurisdiction to hear the foreclosure. And he didn't have jurisdiction for the following reasons. Number one, any judge below the district judge would need consent from all parties to rule or to be involved in a case, let alone rule on the case pursuant to 28 U.S.C. section 636. Number two, the claim was filed in the wrong court. The foreclosure claim against your property was filed in the wrong court. And the reason I say that is because the attorney is considered a foreign agent. And as such, that action must be filed in federal court. State court does not have jurisdiction to hear a lawsuit that's brought on by a foreign agent. That would be like the lawsuit being brought from another country. Okay, three, the magistrate judge can only hear cases under $7,500. And it also says in there they can hear disputes between landlords and tenants. And a lot of times that's how they try to pull this off after they steal your property and they're going through the eviction process. They try to make it like now you're the tenant and the new buyer is the landlord, and they try to make you pay rent or pay some kind of a huge deposit or a bond or that stuff. That's the deal. But here's the deal: the magistrate judge can only hear cases under $7,500, and I'm pretty sure that most people in foreclosure, their house is worth more than $7,500. So I don't understand how they're pulling that off. Part of the reason why we're going in to challenge the judge's jurisdiction is because the district judge violated 18 U.S.C. section 636 when he assigned the case to the lesser judge, whether that would be the magistrate judge or the master of equity judge. When the district judge reassigned the case to a lesser and lower judge without consent from all parties, that's a violation that the judge made. He violated his own law. He violated the statute, which means that his order should be vacated. If the master of equity judge stole your property, now you can demand to have the foreclosure judgment vacated because of the fact the judge screwed up. I hope to finish with the document by the 13th of April, and I will post it on my website at a ridiculously low price. I think I'm going to post a document I'm going to add the document addressing that issue along with the restraining order and a couple of other documents that you'll need to help get your foot back in the door. And I think I'm going to price these documents at this package at a ridiculously low price of 120 bucks. So if you're ready to fight back, head over to my website and make your investment, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm also going to leave a couple of links below, a link to my website. Also, I want you guys to leave me comments down below in the comment section and let me know what you'd like to hear me talk about in my future videos, because I want to make sure I'm talking about the things that are important to you guys so that I can provide value and earn your subscription to my channel. I'm also going to be reviewing questions that you guys have about your foreclosure. So if you have any questions about your foreclosures, send them to me in the description down below. Please make sure, keep them short. I don't need to know everything about the loan modification and all that stuff. I just need to know what's going on right now in the end process, kind of going back just about that far, just a little ways. Make sure you keep it short, and I will try to answer those and post my response in the comment section also. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. I got it right there. Subscribe, click the bell, and like. Oh, and share.